guys, welcome back. I'm assuming most of you have clicked on the video because of the title, and we are going to get to that. It's concerning my big news, so this is the big news video. But I have some things to do today. I'm going to take you guys along with me. I'm wet because I was just changing the sprinkler and I got it in my face, and my hair is back because it's humid and my hair is frizzy right now, so this is the look for today. But anyways, I had guests for the last few days. They just left about 30 minutes ago, and I want to get the floors mopped. I need to go upstairs and get that cleaned. My sister stripped the bed and brought everything down. She's amazing. I just want to vacuum up there, not a big deal. But I do want to get the floors because I've had my kids come over and the grandkids come over and everything, and we've been cooking and visiting and everything, and so the floors desperately need it. But so we're going to be taking care of that. I'm going to share with you guys the information. I also have a gentleman coming. He is going to come and measure the last 2 windows that I need shutters on in this house. It's taken me a year and a half, but little by little, I'm getting all the window coverings done. So he'll be here, I think, in the next 30 minutes or so. So I'm going to let him do that, get those ordered. They're upstairs in the loft and the home decor room. Those 2 rooms need window treatments. I'm not doing the doors, the French doors. I'm going to buy new curtains for up there. But Ernie wants shutters in that little window, and then I want to finish out that bedroom. I'm fogging up over here. The home decor room is going to change. I decided that I wanted to turn that into a bunk room for the grandkids. They spend a lot of time here. They love to be at Lithos, and I only have the 1 guest room. We lived in the house for a year and a half now, and now we know what kind of things we need to do. And so we are going to be turning that into a bunk room, and that's going to consist of getting rid of all my home decor that I no longer use. We talked about that in another video earlier. I mentioned that I've lived here through all the seasons, so things that I'm not going to use, I'm going to sell off. So I'm going to be doing that, and then working on getting some bunk beds up there and everything else. Also, Ernie's apartment, we got it. So that's going to be fun coming up. I can't wait for you guys to see that. That's going to be fun. I'm so excited. I haven't seen my stuff in 2 years, so I am excited to get my hands on it. Oh, I got some stuff yesterday we went to Franklin, Tennessee, beautiful little town, and there's a new store that opened up. It's called the Southern Manor. Let me show you what I got from there. Okay, first and foremost, I started reading it already, but I got this beautiful design book. Love it. And then I got this beautiful candle. It smells so good. It's their signature scent, so I don't have a name for you, but it is the signature scent for the Southern Manor, and it smells amazing, you guys. So I got that. I gotta get my candlesticks out, my candle holders. I found these beautiful candlesticks there. So I got a couple of those so that I could place them here on my dining room table alongside my beautiful hydrangeas, which wilted overnight. So what I did was, they were all wilted. I mean, you can kind of see this one is still a little wilted. They're coming back to life, and I'm gonna tell you how I did that. This one is still a little wilted too. But all I did, I mean, they were all flopped over. Most people would have just taken them and thrown them out. All I did was fill my sink up with water. I cut the end off and then slid it up the stem. And then I put the whole thing, flower and all, I submerged in water and let it sit there for about an hour. Took them out, put them in water with the flower food. I started this at 6 a.m. It's 10:03 right now. And I started this at 6 a.m. and they are all coming back to life. So I'm gonna put these beautiful hydrangeas on my table with my gold candle holders and these beautiful candlesticks. So we'll do that too. Okay, and then I got this beautiful little toothpick holder, and I told everybody that you can't use these toothpicks. They're just for decor purposes. And I picked this up. I love it. It's a cereal bowl, but I'm using it as a pinching bowl at Kirkland Home. They only had 2 bowls left. I guess they were selling this pattern at Kirkland Home, and it sold out really quick. When Kirkland Home first started, they used to cater to like the Southern antebellum like type homes. Like that's the kind of home decor they used to have. And then they switched over to Pinterest. So it looks like they're starting to dabble a little bit more in that Southern charm. So very excited about that. I don't have a ton to do because I cleaned my house really good before guests came, as you guys know, and we kept up on the house while they were here. So I knew that all I was going to have to do is basic cleaning and getting the floors clean. But like I said, I don't want to do that until he leaves. So we'll take care of that and then we'll do some chit chat. Okay guys, I got all that done. Checking it off my list. I also got the pod delivery set up to the apartment in Florida, and I also got movers scheduled. So we are good to go. I'm so excited to share that with you guys. Okay, so now for the big news. I have been debating on how to share this with you guys for a while now, but where do I start? So first of all, those of you who have purchased real estate will understand. Those of you who have not purchased real estate won't understand. It's just been a roller coaster. So Ernie and I started about a month and a half ago the process of buying a bed and breakfast. And I didn't have any qualms about sharing it with you all because we've never had an issue buying real estate. We find a house or what have you, we want to buy it, we buy it. We've never had an issue with buying real estate before. There are things that are done differently here in this state versus where we came from, but not enough of a significant difference that would change the purchasing. But what is different is the fact that we were buying a business. So we put in our offer, they accepted, you know, we had our money down. We were going to buy that without selling this house. We were going to keep this house and just buy that. It was all a beautiful thing. It was lovely. I was so excited about it. It was a 1927 plantation on 2 acres, and I was dreaming away. I was finally going to be able to put my garden in for food, get my chickens for eggs, and garden my heart out in that place. Not only that, I was also going to be pretty much redoing the whole house because except I wasn't going to be taking away any of the 1927 character, I was just going to take away a lot of the decor that's been done since the 1980s. Anywho, so we went first through Fannie and Freddie, and Fannie and Freddie do not loan to B&Bs, so that was out. Secondly, our lender said, well, let's go through, hey, Larry, if you're listening, thank you so much for all your hard work. Larry's our lender, and he worked his tail off to try and get this to work out. And he did make it work in the end, but it was our decision in the end to stop the deal. And Samantha, if you're watching, she's a real estate agent. Kudos to you. You worked your tail off too, so thank you so much. But, so then we decided to go through FHA, or he decided to go through FHA. It turns out there's a rule that if you have an FHA loan already, you can't have another unless it's 100 miles away. So that threw that out the window, which is a really strange rule, and the mortgage company was completely flabbergasted, and they were just frustrated as heck. Because, not to brag or anything, but we are your ideal clients for purchasing. They were very frustrated. They didn't really, couldn't really figure out what the heck the deal was. So that took that deal off the table. By this time, I was starting to feel like we were getting pushback. And this is where our faith comes in. And for those of you who are not believers, you're not going to understand this. For those of you who are believers, you will understand this 100%. Sometimes God opens doors, and He asks you to walk through those doors, and you have to learn to listen. And that is exactly what we did. God opened an opportunity for us. We listened. We went forward with it. And since day one, and our real estate agent can tell you, I said to her the day we looked at the place, if this does not work out, that's okay. That means there's something else on the table. And so Ernie and I were completely content. We love our home. Sometimes you don't understand why God opens doors for you. You just don't understand it. And so we didn't understand it because we love where we live. We love our home. We still have so many plans for it. And we could not figure it out, but we were being obedient and we were listening to Him. In hindsight, 2020, and I'll get to that in a minute, it makes complete sense, and that's usually the way it works. We, like I said, couldn't understand why we were being told to move forward with this, because we love our home and we love where we live, and I'm completely content here. You guys know that I still have so many plans for my gardens, and yeah, it was really just tugging at my heart. But like I said, we were being completely obedient to God, and we were just listening. And so I'm going to fast forward a little bit because all the little tiny details don't really matter. What matters is the outcome. The other day, we were driving, Ernie and I were driving, and we were so frustrated. You know, we're like, there's so many people out there that are not qualified to do things, but I feel like they get everything. And here we are, honest, good people, and this is something we really wanted, and it wasn't coming to us as easy as we expected it to. And so I was talking to Ernie. We were on our way home, and I was talking to him, and right when we pulled into our neighborhood, I looked over at him and I said, did I just talk us out of buying the B&B? And he goes, I think you did. And I said, wow. I said, okay. I said, well, the next thing, because we were waiting on our lender to come up with the third option for purchase, for a loan. And I said, well, if Larry calls and it's not the news we want, then if Larry calls, that's going to be the call. That's going to be the make it or break it deal. And we didn't anticipate a phone call from him on this day, but I said, we're going to wait for that phone call. So we came home, and about 10 minutes later, Larry called. So Ernie picked up the phone, and he sat down, and I came and sat with him, and Ernie put him on speaker, and he told us what the deal was. And the terms, they decided to take it in-house because we're a good risk. They decided to take it in-house, and you know, and all of that, they were going to hold the note. But it didn't come at the numbers that we had planned on. So as soon as I heard the interest rate, I said, no. And, you know, Ernie shook his head at me, and, you know, we listened to Larry. Again, Larry, thank you so much. If you are watching, you worked your tail off, and we appreciate it. It just wasn't, the numbers weren't making sense. And if you've ever purchased a home, then you understand that. The numbers have to make sense. Not only that, we were still going to have this home, so we had to take that into account. So we were going to list this house, but we were waiting until that other property closed and we got the keys to it and everything, and then we were going to put this house on the market because it was just too much to do both. So for those of you who thought the photos that I've been sharing are listing photos, you were right, they were. And thank you, Samantha, for giving those to me. I love them. They're beautiful. So it's fabulous that I have professional photos of my home now, and I can show it off for what it really is, because it is a beautiful home. But anyway, so I shared with you guys probably too soon, but the reason why is because, like I said, we've never had an issue with purchasing, so I didn't see any reason why this wouldn't go through. What I wasn't factoring in is we've never bought a business before. So, because it was a bed and breakfast, and listen, we met, even as early as this morning that I'm recording this, the owners, they knew that we were so excited that we were going to buy from. They even reached out to their real estate agent to tell our real estate agent to tell us that, you know, we could probably go through their lender that lended them, because they knew we were so excited, and they were so excited to have us buy because they had put their heart and soul into this business, and they took their time to choose the right buyers. And so I feel bad for them because now they have to go through that process again. It's a very personal thing. I was so excited, you guys. I've been writing recipes and I've been trying recipes. Ernie said I was getting him fat. When I went to Arizona to visit my son, he was like, Mom, you can't keep feeding me like this. I mean, I was trying all kinds of, I was so excited to get in there and start cooking for people and decorating. I mean, that whole business just really, would have allowed me to do everything that I truly enjoy. Gardening, homemaking, hosting people, feeding people, and everything. So we're not upset about it. We are not angry about it. And if you are a believer, you'll understand that. Because we said from the beginning, look how blessed we are. We are so blessed already. So you can't you can't be upset over something like this. But we do understand that what God did, and this is now the 2020 vision coming into play, what God did was, he said, because Ernie and I have been praying for a very long time. Ernie's been praying really, really, really hard about it, about retirement. Ernie's been praying about retirement, when's the right time, and all of those things. And so for a minute we thought this was God's answer, you know. But it wasn't. But what it did do is it showed us that there are opportunities. He opened our eyes. He unveiled the opportunities that are out there for us, and that he's not done with us. And that is such a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that he's got us like that, you know. And we know that on a day-to-day basis. We thank him all the time. You know, we're nothing without him. And it's just, it's a love thing when you realize how much he loves you and how much he's protecting you and how much he wants for you. It's really a good thing. So when you get what you want, it's God's direction. When you don't get what you want, it's God's protection. So as long as you always remember that, you're going to be okay. And we're totally okay. So I really feel bad to have to disappoint you guys, because it really was going to be big news. I was so excited for you guys. I was excited for the content we were going to be creating for you guys, and I was excited to do all that, but that is not going to happen now. So I really feel bad about it. But I hope you guys understand. Anyways, so what now? Now we put a lot on hold for this. Over the last month and a half, I was moving forward with gardens. I was moving forward with my library. I was moving forward with a lot of things. I had a lot of content coming up for you guys, and that was kind of just like, you know, the brakes were put on, and so now I get to move forward with those things. Of course, now it's, you know, super hot right now, and being out in the garden does not sound good. But we've got lots of projects to do inside. Ernie really wants to do his bar, and I really want my library and all of those things. So we're still going to garden as long as the weather allows, and all of that. But we got a lot of home projects to do and homemaking. So we're just going to continue to love on this home for as long as God tells us to, and that is it. So again, I hope that today's video was not super disappointing to you guys. I hope that you guys completely understand, and understand that the door is wide open. We are going to revisit some things in the future, but this time I will not say anything until it's a done deal. And it's, I don't believe it's going to be a business at this point. So anyways, that is the big news and the wah-wah part of it for you guys. I really, like I said, feel really bad about it, but hey, it's our life, and it is what it is. And I'm eating crow because I said something and I was so excited to share with you guys, but I mean, I had no reason to believe that this wasn't going to go through, like I said. So yeah. So that is it. That is it. I was really, really I'm not afraid to get on here and, you know, I'm an honest person. You guys will know that. I am the most honest person you guys will ever meet. I'm the most transparent person you're going to meet. So I don't feel embarrassed or anything like that about it. I'm completely content with it. And I'm excited actually because it's done something to us spiritually, emotionally. It's done something to us. And so we are just going to continue to remain in our blessings and thank God every day for them. So anyways, I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys will still stick around because nothing here has changed. It's all still going to be the same. Homemaking content and gardening content. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. And also we've got Florida coming up, so super excited about that. I know those of you who have been with me for a long time, or even you newbies that just found me, that I just adore so much. You guys are so supportive. I mean, I know that you guys are going to continue to support me, and I appreciate that so much. Anyways, until the next video, bye!